Hello, this is I Do Damage and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to do a video game review for the game Mirador. If you haven't heard of it, it's a fairly new game that came out in the past week, and it's a toughie. So let's go ahead and what is Mirador? It is a game that's developed by Sauropod Studio. It is described on the Steam store page as a boss fighting game where the bosses you fight are created by other players. Cool concept, right? Let's see some more of the facts. This game is hard. Think Dark Souls 2 times 10, and I am not over-exaggerating. This game is very difficult. This game offers two-player co-op in the form of you can group up with one random other player, or you can invite a friend to join you. There's an interesting way to customize your boss before you deploy it. You cannot control the boss, but you can customize its moveset, skills, the weapon it uses, and the looks of its armor. It's a really cool concept, but the game does fall short in its bare bones progression system, and let me explain that progression to you. The character that you play and fight with in Mirador, you can choose to be a crow or a dog, and they're the exact same. It's just how they look, that's all. And this character cannot be progressed whatsoever. It's the same from the very first time you play till way later in the game. You cannot get stronger, you cannot equip different weapons, skills, nothing. There's no customization there. The progression comes in the form of your sentinels, or the bosses that you send out for other players to fight. You can customize their skills, their moveset, their weapons, as I said, but the way that you get loot in this game is a bit interesting. So when you deploy a boss, you can have 5 deployed at one time. And the way it works is other players have a chance to meet your boss when they're playing the game, and if your boss manages to win in a fight, which it will, there's only a 50% chance that you'll actually get loot from that fight. But where this gets interesting is it depends on how many people are playing the game. So if there's not many people playing the game, there's not many people fighting your boss, you're not going to get much loot. And also, the stronger that you make your boss and your sentinel, the higher rating it gets, which means that it's less players are going to actually have the chance to fight it and actually make it that far. So let's talk about how do you get far in this game. So the way it's set up is there's sets of 3 bosses. So you'll fight one boss, go to the next, and after 3, you go to a sanctuary where you can decide to head back to town and keep all the loot you've got, or carry on to another set of 3 bosses that increase in difficulty, but also increase in loot drops and quality. So if you go through and you do 9 bosses total, so 3 sets of 3, and you manage to kill them all without dying, you beat the game and you can go back to town and claim all your loot. But what happens if you kill one boss, you get loot, you go to the next boss and die? Because that's what's going to happen most of the time. And when that happens, you have a chance, when you die, you have a chance to keep some or all of the loot, but more than likely you're going to lose all of that loot. So it's kind of random in that sense. But if you manage to make it through all 9 bosses, you beat the game and win. So with all that information in mind, I want to discuss who I think this game is for and who this game would appeal to. First of all, I think this game would really appeal to a very, very small niche group of players. I think unless they actually do something to add a sense of progression and making your character stronger, I really don't think the game's going to do well moving forward. However, I sincerely hope that Sauropod Studio will take all the feedback into consideration and add a sense of character development and a sense of reward and making your character feel stronger. Because if they do that, I really do think this game has potential. So let's just talk here for a minute. I've deployed 5 bosses, and I just check in once a day just to see if they've gotten any loot. And every time that I check in, it seems they've gotten about 1 to 3 pieces of loot in 24 hours of being deployed. To me, that means there's not many people playing this game at all, and that's also reflected on the Steam charts, which shows an average of less than 100 players playing this game. So I have 4 hours played in the game. I've played co-op with a friend, I've played with random players, I've played solo, and I really feel as though I've done everything that I want to do in the game. So I bought the game for $15, and I think with $15 you could find a better bang for your buck. But I'm curious, what do you guys think about this? Is this something you're going to pick up and try out? Are you going to pass it all together? Are you going to wait and see what happens in the future? Let me know. Also, let me know what you think of this review video. Was it helpful? Is it something you'd like to see more of in the future? Let me know down in the comments. Also, sincerely thank you all for your time and watching this video. It means the world to me. And one quick side note I would like to tell everyone is I'm considering making a weekly news video about happenings in the games that we've been following and streaming on the channel, on Twitch. And I'm also thinking of, I already do a weekly update of my game plan and what games I'm going to be playing. I do that weekly and put it on Discord, and you also see it on my different scenes on the stream. But I'm thinking of turning that into a video format. I personally think that'd be fun. Let me know, is that something you guys would like to see in the future? But in all seriousness, thank you all again. Go ahead, make sure you follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live and you can come hang out and catch some more gameplay. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video here on YouTube. And thanks again. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.